Now on 4 News Now at 6, a local coffee stand is back open. The East Spokane Dutch Bros was wiped out by a runaway dump truck. Tonight, hear from a barista who was there when the truck crashed through that wall.
We've got a break from the rain in downtown for now, but I'm tracking more wet and chilly weather on the way in your First Alert forecast.
And we are less than 24 hours away from the first soccer game at the new One Spokane Stadium. We have team coverage on everything from the turf to how the city is honoring Joe Albies' legacy. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Yeah, so I was like working at the window that the cars drive through, and then the truck had crashed through the building that was right in front of us, which was like a little insurance firm, and so it came to the right of me.
And that young woman was working the day a dump truck crashed into the Dutch Bros on Freya 2 years ago. Today, the coffee stand was finally able to reopen. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Melissa Lett. Kirsten O'Connor has the night off. Marissa Rio shows us how excited the Dutch Bros company and community is to be back open.
It's a really exciting time for both the customers and the workers here. There's loud music and there's even a honk if you love Dutch Bros sign. As you can tell, the energy has really built up over these past few years. Cars lined up to not only order their favorite drinks, but to also celebrate today's grand reopening.
Once the incident happened, I was actually just down here a few hours after it happened. So I was really glad to hear that no one got hurt. It's great that it's back. It's great that they were able to rebuild it, and that so many people are coming out and wanting to come back and get some Dutch Bros.
And others shared White's excitement. It was a party. There was loud music, balloons, streamers, and more. The owner's daughter, who was working the day of the crash, flew in all the way from Boise to join in on the fun.
But it's been fun seeing all my old coworkers. One of my best friends is in there working, and so that's really fun and exciting. But I just kind of wanted to be here for this day because I was at the original grand opening before, at the OG building. So it's kind of sentimental.
The owner said the process to rebuild took longer than expected.
Yeah, it's been a long process. It's been about a 2-year journey, so we're glad to open. It's been really fun to see how many people are turning out, and it's been really cool to see how many customers are getting out and hugging employees that they haven't seen for a while. So it's a pretty special day.
And the excitement for today still continues. As you can see behind me, the line is getting longer as we speak. You have until 10 p.m. to join in on the fun and celebrate Dutch Bros' grand reopening here on Freya. Reporting in Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
And with the cold and the wet weather this week, definitely more of a hot drink sort of visit to the coffee stand. Chris Crocker is here to tell us if that's going to continue, if we're switching back to iced coffee this week.
Nope, you keep those hot lattes rolling because we have more cool, wet weather. And I'm watching an area of rain that is developed this evening that is impacting the Spokane area, mainly south of I-90. So we still have some showers yet this evening, but we are moving toward drier weather. Now, those showers are moving to the north and east, so may stay south of downtown. And our crews over at One Spokane, who I promised a dry 6:30 broadcast, winds have died down after a breezy day today. Still 17-mile-per-hour sustained winds in Moses Lake, but we're trending toward drier and calmer conditions as we get into the evening. Temperatures, meanwhile, we are running cool. It is only 48 in Bonners Ferry right now. 50 in Sandpoint and 55 in Spokane. We've been running more than 10 degrees below average. This evening we'll be in the 40s by 11 o'clock. But again, we are drying out. We'll see a little more clearing, and that means a cold start to the day on Thursday and more showers to tell you about. I'll help you time those showers around your plans in just a few minutes. Melissa?
All right, thanks so much, Chris. Election day is quickly approaching, and we are committed to helping you stay informed. That's why we're teaming up with the Spokane Rotary to bring you a series of debates so you are the most informed when you hit the polls. The next debate is tomorrow. It's a big one between Mayor Nadine Woodward and candidate Lisa Brown. You can stream it on KXLY Plus on your connected TV or watch on KXLY.com. That's starting at noon tomorrow. Calls for help in Coeur d'Alene are dropping from June to August of 2021. The police department received 1,604 calls for help. This year, it was down to 1,124 during those months. That's almost 400 fewer calls for help. The police department says the decrease in calls is because of an increased presence. This summer, the police department started a 5-officer task force aimed at curbing downtown crime. Bronte Sorotsky joined the patrols today to see how their presence is helping curb crime.
Now, those 5 officers are dedicated to just the downtown area. I was able to tag along with them to see just how they're keeping downtown Coeur d'Alene safe. As they walk up and down Sherman, these officers aren't headed anywhere specific. Instead, they're stopping people downtown to say hello and checking in about any issues. They're also stopping into local businesses like Mix It Up.
I've met every single officer. They've come to my business. You can see them walking up and down the street. I have their cell phone numbers in my phone.
According to Coeur d'Alene Police, this new approach to tackling crime is working. Since the 5-person task force started over the summer, crime between June and August has gone down by about 20%.
We initially heard that there was more theft than we knew about. The retail businesses expressed that they were seeing theft at our businesses down here, but they felt that sometimes that it was only 1 or 2 items and they didn't want to call us, and we had to encourage them.
Because of this task force, business owners like Beth say they feel more comfortable talking to officers.
It's nice to know that instead of calling, it's not a 911 call, but having somebody that you can reach out to. And what it does is it creates a sense of safe.
The task force is possible thanks to school resource officers out of work during the summer months. They're helping with neighborhood patrols, allowing these 5 officers to form this team, reducing crime during some of the department's busiest months. Now, this Friday is the last day that these patrols will be out, but they say that they will be back next summer to continue this work. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
250 positions. That's how many the Washington State Patrol is trying to fill. For the first time in WSP history, it will be looking to experienced law enforcement officers to fill many of those spots. A new law helped fund multiple courses over the next 2 years to train lateral hires. WSP hopes to have 40 officers in its first class set to begin next March. WSP is also offering a $20,000 hiring bonus for experienced officers. New cadets get a $10,000 bonus. A man was found dead in the Shoshone County Jail, and it appears to have died by suicide. According to the sheriff's office, deputies were performing a routine security check when they found Dwayne Noel unresponsive in his cell back on the 18th. Noel was flown to Kootenai Medical Center but died a week later. Noel was in jail waiting to be sentenced for drug trafficking. Still ahead, Washington Department of Transportation is replacing burned guardrails along I-90. Why people in Medical Lake say the replacement of a guardrail is bringing hope within the community after the Gray fire. And the best story of the day, a dog that ran away from home while its family evacuated during the fire is now home safe. Their emotional reunion more than a month later, coming up on 4 News Now at 6.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Save your green! Do you have concrete floors that look like this? Let Everhart Painting Floor Coating Specialists transform your floors with their multi-step coating system. The finished product is spectacular. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
With every load secured, every cigarette butt that doesn't go out the window, every fast food bag that arrives at its proper destination, and every time we politely say, hey, there's a better place for that, Washington gets a little cleaner, a little safer, a little more breathtaking. Because small choices add up to a home we can all be proud of. We keep Washington litter-free.
What you're seeing today is a successful eye surgery. And this, the dedicated hours of virtual training that made it happen.
The RPOS mRNA.
Academic advancements are being achieved every day through collaborative hands-on learning. Upskilling careers, now made possible through immersive environments. Crucial engine maintenance. perfected in simulated training settings. Coming back from an injury with training designed to sharpen skills and improve performance. These are the ways the metaverse is being used every day, today.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
The grieving fiancé of the deputy sheriff gunned down in an ambush speaks out. Next, Inside Edition, he got shot just 4 days after they became engaged. What she wants everyone to know about the man she loved.
I couldn't wait to start our lives together.
Then, message in a bottle. He tossed it into the ocean almost 20 years ago. Wait till you see where it ended up. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
My wife was just crying and she was so happy. She was just, crying over when she saw him.
Yeah, you might be crying after you see this one, too. An Elk family reunited with their dog that ran away during the Oregon Road fire. The dog was wandering the woods alone for more than 30 days. This story has been a much-needed beacon of hope for a community that has lost so much. Natalie Grant was in Elk today and shares Ezra's journey home.
We kept calling out for him, and then he came running out.
On Thursday, worry turned to overwhelming joy as 8-year-old Ezra was reunited with his family after wandering the woods near Elk for 36 days.
We didn't have a level 1 or 2 warning, just went to 3. Everything happened so fast. He was tied up and he got away. I guess he was so scared with the fire and everything.
Since the day Ezra got loose, dozens of community members shared their spottings online. Some even setting traps, trying to bring him home as his family searched.
People were calling us saying, oh, we saw him there, and sending us pictures that they took of him. So we knew that he was still alive, and we kept driving around looking for him, but we never did find him.
The person who spotted them called me and said, Freddie, they got him. And when I heard the news, I began bawling like a baby.
Local animal advocate Freddie B. played a large hand in tracking Ezra down, and he's now fostering him while the Longs are still displaced.
It was just the whole community as a whole, inquiring, sharing tips, sharing possible sightings, and just a whole community involvement.
After a month of so much loss, it was a desperately needed win for the people of Elk.
We were not going to give up, that we were going to see him home. Ezra has really helped bring some emotional healing to all that's going on.
And if dogs could talk, I'm sure Ezra would have quite the story to tell. But now his family is just happy he's safe.
I'm glad the Lord protected him throughout his journey.
Freddie says that Ezra is in good spirits and in relatively good health after his month-long journey. He says the biggest difference is that Ezra lost about 70 pounds, which was half his body weight while out in the woods. But he's expected to make a full recovery. Reporting in Elk, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
Chris, I watched your heart melting in real time about sweet Ezra.
Beautiful. Yours too. What a story. Oh my goodness. Well, high temperature today was only 57 degrees. 69 is our average high, but look at last year's high, 90. That's the latest that we've ever hit 90 degrees in Spokane. There is no sign of the 90s in the 7-day forecast. Quite the opposite. I'll be back with that after the break.
And here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Summit Cancer Centers.
Children's Miracle Network meets the unique needs of kids in the hospital like Jade, our Sacred Heart champion who is now cancer-free.
That's why Numerica is donating $1 for every drink sold at Dutch Bros to support Children's Miracle Network on Wednesday, October 18th.
Our mission is to provide the best care, a friendly environment, and to save the lives of kids across our region.
Help support Miracle Coffee Day by grabbing a drink at Dutch Bros. Numerica Credit Union will donate up to $10,000.
What you're seeing today is Zoe Hoker creating more career opportunities for himself as a welder. And the time he invested in virtual training through Forge FX to make it happen. Addressing the shortage of skilled workers in today's industries by providing access to additional training and career growth. These are the ways skilled trade professionals at Tulsa Welding School are using the metaverse today.
Hondas are piggy banks on wheels. Stylish, athletic piggy banks that save you money at every glorious turn. Legendary fuel efficiency, famous for its resale value, and now with great deals including 2 years complimentary maintenance, it's your chance to get into America's best value brand. So start saving money and drive happy as a pig in. See your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
The fall savings have arrived this week at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores with some of the best deals of the season, where you can save anywhere from 15 to 40% off many of our top name brands, or take advantage of special 5 years financing with no money down. So you can shop the amazing special offers today and pay for it later, making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less during the fall savings event this week at Walker's.
Oscar winner, innovator, superstar, super mom, and now tomorrow on GMA, Reese Witherspoon, live right here with the new project super close to her heart.
I love it.
Plus, tomorrow morning, 2 sharks swim into GMA Live.
The cuteness overload tonight. The world is getting its first look at the new cheetah cubs at the Smithsonian National Zoo. The 5 cubs born earlier this month at the zoo's Biology Institute in Front Royal, Virginia, can now be seen via live webcam on the National Zoo's website. The September 12th litter was the second for the cubs' 8-year-old adult mother, Echo. Staff confirmed that 3 male cubs and 2 female cubs survived the birth. A 6th cub did not survive, and now we can all just gawk at them adorably.
Oh,
they're sweet.
That is too much. I like these animal stories on a cool Wednesday. Warms your heart.
Oh, they're sweet. They're sweet, and then they'll grow up and be able to rip your face off. Sorry, I'm just...
Okay, back to reality. Here's a little look at our Doppler radar. We're zoomed way in here. Just want to show you we're dry in downtown Spokane, which suits me because we've got a big special at the One Spokane Stadium coming up. But the precipitation is now shifted to the north and east. We're getting some rain around Spokane Valley, and that's going to continue to work its way north and east while we're going to stay dry in Spokane and points to the west. But we did pick up over 0.2 of an inch of rain today. Fantastic, needed rain, but we're still running more than 2.5 inches below average. Additional opportunities to add to that total, but for the most part tonight, we are going to be staying dry, winds dying down, 42 for an overnight low. That'll be the coolest we've been since June. You may notice that tomorrow morning. Afternoon showers tomorrow with a high of 60, and right now it's looking like late afternoon. I'll show you the computer model in just a moment. Right now, our temperature trend is for below average temperatures through the next 7 days, but we do bump up a little bit next week. At least we'll be in the lower 60s. Now, here's a look at our forecast radar. Starting off at our current time, we'll see the last of this evening's showers coming to an end by 10. We are dry across the region. Wouldn't rule out an isolated sprinkle, but for the most part, the showers are over. 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're going to start things off a little bit differently than we have the past 2 mornings with the rain. We'll have the overcast, but staying dry. It's not until late afternoon, early evening that we start to see those rain showers redevelop. Here's 6 o'clock tomorrow night, and not everywhere. So we have the potential to avoid the wet weather altogether here and there. Morning lows tomorrow will be in the 40s around the region, even the 30s up in Colville, 50 in Lewiston, the only exception. It'll also be 39 in Winthrop. High temperatures tomorrow about 10 degrees below average or more. We're only going to be in the 50s in Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, and Coeur d'Alene, where we're more likely to get some showers. The further west you go, the more likely you're going to be staying dry, and temperatures up in the 60s. Your 7-day forecast, we have at least a slight chance of showers through Saturday, and again, very cool. Sunday, most likely will be completely dry other than some mountain showers, and then more showers possible as we get into early next week. But I think the wettest weather is behind us for a little while. 8 to 14-day forecast still indicating, though, an active weather pattern with more cool, wet weather as we get into mid-October. Melissa?
All right, looks like fall in the Northwest, Chris.
Yes.
Thanks so much. Department of Transportation crews are replacing approximately 2,000 feet of burned guardrail along I-90 this month to restore what was destroyed by the Gray Fire. The Washington Department of Transportation says it's necessary to do it now before winter. Peter Choi explains why people in Medical Lake say the replacement of this guardrail actually brings hope to the community.
Now take a look at this. The wildfire in August did not only destroy homes, but also signs and fences on the road near Medical Lake. And people who live in this neighborhood tell me they're glad to see the restoration process happening slowly but surely.
Living in the Medical Lake community, Todd Miner says there are still many people in desperate need right now.
We've talked to a lot of neighbors who lost their homes, their RVs, their cars, and so we've just been doing as much as we can, as little as it might be.
Miner says it's encouraging to hear about the restoration plan for the whole community.
Oh, I think it's great that they're restoring it. I mean, those are important safety aspects that we need for our highways and roads. So,
WSDOT says the goal is to improve safety for drivers on the road as quickly as possible, especially with burned guardrails.
But it burned up a lot of the posts that holds up the steel guardrail. And so as it burned up, it became very brittle when it dried out very quickly. And if a vehicle were to strike that, you know, being able to hold that vehicle to the roadway and keep it from hitting another object, going down a ravine, there's a lot of rock formations out there, was a big concern.
Along with the burned fences, signs, and posts, crews are also removing trees.
We've gone back through and identified significantly more that do need to come down because over time they will likely pose a threat to those traveling on the roadway.
Overton says the repair project is expected to continue through the end of October.
Absolutely glad it's happening, yeah. Yep, all in favor of it.
In Medical Lake, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Spokane's Park and Rec announced the newly renovated Liberty Park in East Central will open on Friday. Upgrades include a new playground, a disc golf course, and a large picnic pavilion. To celebrate, the city will host a ribbon-cutting ceremony Friday morning at 10 o'clock. Around the nation tonight, if Congress can't reach a deal to continue funding the government by this weekend, federal operations deemed non-essential will come to a halt. While some of the nearly 4 million federal workers will stay on the job, others are furloughed, both unpaid and paid, until the shutdown ends.
1 week without a paycheck could be devastating because people struggle.
During the 2019 shutdown, hundreds of TSA officers called out from work, many of them to find other ways to make money. Fewer TSA agents could mean longer security lines in the short term, with the possibility of more travel troubles in the long run.
It stops us from training and hiring air traffic controllers. What that means is, over time, more shortages, more outages, more potential disruption.
People who rely on federal aid like housing or food assistance and even student loans could also experience disruptions. More legal trouble for former President Trump. A New York judge ruled that Trump and his adult sons committed fraud for years as the leaders of the Trump Organization, inflating the net worth of its assets.
Basically, what the judge has done is reviewed the documents in the case and said, this is all I need. This is a documents case. It is clear that there was fraud here.
The former president vows to appeal the ruling, calling the judge and attorney general Trump-hating. The trial starts next week. It will determine how much the Trumps will have to pay. It's almost time to start rolling the credits for the writers' strike in Hollywood. Leaders of the Writers Guild of America unanimously voted in favor of their members getting back to work.
I feel tentatively great. I mean, it's a tentative deal, so I'm feeling really good.
It's hard to say, oh, the strike is over. Well, the strike isn't over because we still have days to wait to get it rectified and to get it voted on by the WGA members. And then there's the question of our strike.
The drama is not over yet in Hollywood. The writers' agreement is not set in stone. The Screen Actors Guild is still on the picket line.
And we are here at One Spokane Stadium. It opens tomorrow. The first game's exciting stuff here.
That's right. We got a jam-packed 6:30. You won't want to go anywhere. We got team coverage of the opening of One Spokane Stadium.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Shop local at the Tin Roof.
Today, tonight, and tomorrow, it's the end of the month 72-hour event at All Cal Cars, where they're marking down over 72 trucks, cars, and SUVs to sell fast in 72 hours. Paying top dollar for your trade-in, plus Cal's delaying all payments for 90 days. And $72 down is all you need. This is your chance to save thousands and trade in your old vehicle for something better, with special financing brought in just for this event. So hurry to the Cal Superstore in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene for the best buys of the year.
It's a vintage sale like no other. Custer's 48th annual Fall Antique and Collector Sale this Saturday and Sunday at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Dealers from across the Northwest will be selling everything from rare to retro. With thousands of unique items and so much variety, the fun is in the find. Single day admission $7. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Custer's Fall Antique and Collector Sale this Saturday and Sunday at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Presented by Jim Custer Enterprises.
Discover fall in Coeur d'Alene. Experience the hidden treasure of autumn in our serene lakeside town. As the lively energy of summer subsides, the town embraces the tranquility of fall. Guests can unwind and find solace by the glistening lake. See for yourself why fall is Coeur d'Alene's best-kept secret. Book your fall foliage lake cruise overnight package now and make memories that will warm your heart for years to come.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a TurboMax engine. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Shop local at the Tin Roof.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mysticwa Casino Hotel in Chewelah.
Not quite as rainy tomorrow, but we do still have a chance of showers. It's going to be a cool start to the day in the 40s, heading up to a high of 60. 69 is our average high. The best chance of rain will be between about 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Then we start to dry out again. 4 p.m., of course, when things get started across the street at One Spokane. So we hope things wrap up before then.
They will play soccer in the rain, as you know, as a soccer parent.
Yes.
Soccer parent. We hope they won't have to. We will be back right after this with live coverage of the opening of the One Spokane Stadium. We have a lot to show you coming up.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mika.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
If you're looking to score big on the best lineup of new and used vehicles, then come on down to Finley.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we are loaded with new Tundra and Tacoma trucks, as well as brand new all-wheel drive SUVs just in time for winter. And if you're looking for a quality used vehicle, we are full of great choices that come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty.
So if you're looking for a touchdown of savings, you can find it at Findlay. Findlay Toyota's downtown.
The fall sleep savings have arrived this week to all Walker's Furniture locations, and that means a great time to improve your sleep for less. As Walker's marks down many of their best-selling name brand mattresses, or take advantage of special 5 years financing with no money down. So you can get that new Serta Perfect Sleeper mattress and pay for it later. Plus, get an additional $300 of free furniture with select sets sold this week at Walker's.
Spokane Tribe Casino brings you American rapper, singer-songwriter Flo Rida to Spokane Live, Saturday, October 7th. Tickets are available online now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com.
Next DT.
Cheers.
We're cooking up an exclusive with a pregnant Jesse James Decker in Nashville.
We weren't planning on having a fourth.
Next DT.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
You expect more from local news. 4 News Now delivers.
It's to get you the information you need to plan your day.
We begin with breaking news and the breaking news you need to keep your family safe.
That's what we mean when we say expect more.
For 2 years, we've watched it take shape. Now, it's time to let the games begin. Tonight, how the One Spokane Stadium came to be and who's ready to take the field. You're watching a 4 News Now special event.
And what a beautiful night and a beautiful shot. For the last 2 years, we have had this bird's eye view of a brand new stadium coming together. And tomorrow, we'll see high school soccer and football teams take the field for the first time. Tonight, as we get ready for those big games, we'll talk to the people who get to use that field and how they'll honor the past. Good evening. Welcome to our special coverage of the One Spokane Stadium opening. I'm Melissa Luck. An exciting day for the teams and fans who will get to enjoy this new stadium now and for years to come. At 4 News Now, we have watched it rise up, transforming this spot on West Boone from a parking lot. Crews broke ground in November 2021. They worked through the snow, through the wind, through the rain. They blasted through basalt rock, often shaking our entire building. And we have watched it go from piles of rocks to a rising foundation until it became this, a beautiful landscape and that bright green turf.
I was able to work at the Pavilion, which is also another staple project in Spokane. And, I myself feel proud to be able to say that I had a hand in something like that means so much to Spokane, and I believe this project is the same thing. It'll be something that'll have memories made for years.
And thanks to the hard work by those construction crews and contractors, tonight it is ready to host soccer and football, sporting events and concerts, players and fans from throughout the Inland Northwest. We have our team ready to show you inside the stadium. Julian Minensone and Alex Crescenti will just be able to walk across the street to shoot some high school games this fall. Guys?
Well, Melissa, they made it really tough on us. A lot of extra work just to walk the extra feet across the street to get those games that start tomorrow. Shadle Park, Pullman, they kick it off tomorrow. North Central football is as well tomorrow. Exciting stuff here.
Right. I think we both entered this stadium for the first time about an hour ago. Just an incredible facility all around here. We're going to have all kinds of behind the scenes footage here, but we don't want to be too greedy and show you everything here. So we are going to toss it to our Natalie Grant. Hello, Natalie. How you doing up there?
Hello, guys. Having a good time. The stadium is gorgeous, isn't it? We're up here on the upper deck of the stands here tonight. As you can see, gorgeous view of the turf here behind you. And I'll show you a little bit about what fans can expect if they're coming to watch a game or an event here. So right now we're over on the left-hand side. You can see bleacher seating on the left and right-hand side. But down here in the middle, Parents, if you're coming to games, I know you'll be excited about this. We have seats with backs. You can leave those pop-up chairs at home that you bring to those bleacher seating. Now, in total, the stadium seats about 5,000 in just the stands itself. But if there's a concert or a big event, they can pop up seats on the field, and it can seat up to 15,000, which will be very fun to see over the years at this beautiful facility here. Now, we're going to be showing you, as they said, an inside look at the stadium here. Let's toss things over to Marissa Rio, who has another view of what you could expect in the stadium. Marissa.
Thank you, Natalie. I'm at the top of the bleachers where I consider to be the cool kids club. I mean, take a look at this. You have a view of everything. You have a view of the beautiful new stadium. You have the Jumbotron over there. And then there are these seats that you can just see and take in the view. One of the Spokane public officials says this is a place where people can cater events. So say one of the athletic directors of one of the teams wants to host a fundraiser event here for his booster club. He can sell seats here, make some money for the school. And I mean, what's better than a great view, good food, and an exciting game? I don't know, if I was a superintendent, I'd want to sit here every game. Now sending it over to Julian on the field.
Thanks, Marissa. I'm here with the Shadle Park girls soccer team. They're going to be playing the first game here at One Spokane Stadium against Pullman at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Ellie and Lucy decided to talk here for us about this exciting moment, right? What are you most excited for?
The excitement it's going to bring for everybody.
Yeah?
I'm so excited for the community to come and support us and support soccer all around.
You guys are making history. How does that feel? You guys are going to be the first team to play here.
I'm so excited. It's going to be changing for all of us, I think, not just me.
Yeah, it's so exciting, and it's like, I'm just so excited to play under the lights. It's like a huge moment for us.
And you guys have been playing your home stadium, but now this is your home stadium. What does it mean to have such a beautiful facility, a pro soccer facility that you guys are going to be able to play at?
It feels really special. It's one of a kind. I feel like, I don't know, I can't even explain.
Speechless, huh?
Yeah, it's really nice, like not having to worry about field conditions or anything like that, and just like have a place for our parents to sit always, and it's really special.
And last thing for you, what does it do to grow the sport of soccer here, to have USL and you guys be playing here, sharing this place?
I think it's going to make younger kids want to actually come out and play, knowing that they get to look forward to playing in a stadium like this.
Yeah, I think it's going to bring the community of Spokane closer to soccer, have them pay more attention and more understand the sport. Hopefully it'll bring out more people to watch our game.
And be there, be square tomorrow, 4 o'clock. These ladies are going to hit the field for the first time. Melissa?
And Julian had some great video he posted on Twitter of these girls going in the locker room for the first time. These ladies are pumped, and so cool to later on be able to tell your grandkids you were the first to play. Thanks so much, Julian. We'll check back with you in a little bit. High school teams aren't the only ones that will hit the turf at One Spokane Stadium.
We're so grateful for the excitement that we've seen from the community of Spokane, and frankly, it's blown us away.
Coming up, what you can expect from the pro soccer teams that will call One Spokane Stadium home. But first, here's how you can catch the inaugural games. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, watch the Shadle Park soccer team host Pullman in girls soccer. Then it's the first football game in this venue with North Central hosting Clarkston. And then there's Friday night football. Shadle Park and Rogers will face off under the lights at 7 o'clock. And you can check out the stadium this weekend, even if you're not coming to a game. Saturday at 10:30, you can come for the dedication of Joe Albee Way and Plaza, and stick around for a community open house from 11 to 1. You're watching our live coverage from right across the street at the One Spokane Stadium. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Everhart Painting.
Backyard barbecues, family gatherings, now is the best time to visit Jacobs Custom Living. New furniture has arrived, and Jacobs really has the largest and most varied inventory ever. Comfortable lounge furniture, elegant outdoor dinner sets, umbrellas, and much more. Hurry in and experience for yourself the high-quality outdoor furniture at Jacobs Custom Living that will make your deck, patio, or cabin a wonderful place for gatherings all summer long. On Sprague, just east of Sullivan.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got
Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups plus. Make no monthly payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a TurboMax engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
This is your season to smile with Aspen Dental dentures or implants. To gather together and discover the moments that matter. To jump into the fun and join in the celebration. To help get you ready, your Aspen Dental team is celebrating 25 years of affordable care with an epic anniversary savings event. Don't miss enjoying a moment with $500 off your denture or implant care. Whichever option you need, our team of experts is ready to help guide your decision and start your journey. Aspen Dental. Book today.
Luxurious Karastan carpets are just the footing you need to live beautifully. And now, during National Karastan Month, you can save beautifully. Use your exclusive rebate to receive up to $1,000 back on select styles of Karastan carpets and the flawless craftsmanship of LuxCraft hard surface flooring. Live beautifully. Save beautifully with Karastan. At Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One, Floor and Home.
Save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One.
24 hours from now, they will be warming up on this field to play the first high school football games at One Spokane Stadium. It's the new home for all 5 public high schools in Spokane for football and soccer, and it's all just north of downtown. Let's take a look at the numbers now. This stadium can hold 5,000 people in the stands, flexing to 12 to 15,000 when you include the field level, locker rooms and media boxes, and field seating for special events. It costs just under $37 million to build, paid for by a Spokane taxpayer bond. And a study by the Downtown Spokane Partnership estimates an economic impact of $11.4 million each year.
You know, growing up here in Spokane, there's been thousands of kids that grew up playing at the old Joel Albee Stadium, creating so many memories. But for this generation, it's time for something completely new, and that includes the Rogers Pirates. And they're going to be one of the first teams that play here on Friday night.
When we were a sophomore, they were talking about it, but, you know, it was just a rumor. And then to see that it's actually getting done now and we actually get to play on it this Friday against Shado would be pretty excited.
For the Rogers seniors, this moment is a long time coming. They began their careers with a COVID-shortened season, and none of them experienced the charm that was once Joe Albee Stadium. But now, stepping onto that pristine turf of One Spokane is a game changer.
The cuts and everything are just so much smoother, and it just feels great to run on turf.
It's like softer and like your cleats just stick and go everywhere to it.
I'm probably not going to roll my ankle every game, so that'd be nice.
Is that a problem out here?
Yeah, it's a problem out in these fields because there's kind of holes everywhere, so you roll your ankle a lot.
While the players are plenty excited to be one of the first teams to take the new field, it's the job of head coach Ryan Cole to make sure his team is focused on the mission at hand.
The Highlanders. That's our focus. That's what we're, that's our objective this week. So regardless of where we're playing and the conditions, I think it's supposed to be decent out. But if it's raining, if it started snowing, it doesn't matter. We're going to line up and play football.
And those players have one expectation when they leave the stadium Friday night.
For it to be packed and for us to go 5-0.
We're going home 5-0.
Now, this facility is going to have a really good chance of hosting some playoff games this season, and that will include Rogers, who are currently ranked second in the 2A division of the state, WIAA. But I talked to Coach Cole. He said they're not really worried about that right now. They are simply focused on Shadle Park Friday night, so it should be a fun one. We're going to be here for Friday Night Sports Extra. You don't want to miss that. Melissa, I'll send us back to you in the studio.
All right. Thanks so much, Alex. High school teams aren't the only ones who will call One Spokane Stadium home. More than 500 soccer fans overflowed Brick West Brewery in July for the name announcement for Spokane's first ever professional men's soccer team, Velocity. And as Robin Nance tells us, it's about to take One Spokane Stadium and all of the Inland Northwest by storm.
Fierce and unstoppable. The momentum for Spokane's first pro soccer team is sweeping the city.
We are so grateful for the excitement that we've seen from the community of Spokane, and frankly, it's blown us away.
Dave Sontag, USL Spokane's Vice President of Marketing, knows a lot about how Spokane rallies around its world-class teams. For years, he was in charge of marketing at Gonzaga University. He says the community support for Velocity is above and beyond.
We have 3,800 deposits for season tickets and another 750 on the wait list.
Spokane already has a tenacious support system ready to go.
You're going to see them rallying prior to the games, marching, doing chants and beating the drums and filling that supporter section and just having an incredible time sharing that spirit.
It's a homegrown spirit that's getting backing from around the world from talent like Dr. Gareth Smith. He'll act as an architect for launching Spokane into the world of pro soccer.
The excitement is the blank canvas. I think anytime you can build something from the bottom up, that's an exciting project for me in particular.
He'll help build the program, scout and recruit players from all over the globe with the hopes of capturing some local talent.
But the club's future isn't just about the men. The Women's Super League team will be the highest level professional sports team ever in Spokane.
So that's the same level the Reign over in Seattle, the Thorns in Portland, Angel City that we've all become familiar with. So they will be at that top level of U.S. soccer.
And the play will be in this stadium on this field.
This stadium is quite intimate. And just think about being that close to the field with some of the best soccer athletes in the world.
The goal is to create a world-class experience. And if we can bring that to Spokane, then I think we're moving in the direction that we're aspiring to.
So is Spokane and the Inland Northwest ready for the USL? Or maybe the bigger question is the USL ready for Spokane?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Robin Nance in Spokane, 4 News Now.
And tryouts for Velocity are in December in both Seattle and Spokane. Games are expected to start up in the spring. USL Spokane tells us by the end of next week, we could know when we will get the reveal for the women's team name and crest. And this is where those soccer teams and high school football teams will play, on this brand new bright green turf. Turf is getting a lot of attention these days, in part because of Aaron Rodgers' injury earlier this month. But as Allison Martinez found out, what they've laid here is not exactly like the turf that you're seeing.
Every element of One Spokane Stadium was designed with athletes in mind. Turf is known to be injury-prone, but Spokane Public Schools say they selected a material to minimize that risk, and students are thrilled.
Every single one of them that I've talked to is excited about being on turf.
This turf is well worth the wait. 3 different materials were carefully layered to create the safest field.
And so there's 3 different surfaces, and that's all to generate safety for concussions and things like that. It's also to aid in the length of the turf.
That means consistency for football and soccer players.
Spokane Public Schools and Public Facility Districts did a great job in finding a turf that would work well for us over a long period of time, so in that way the kids would be in a safe and effective area of play.
Turf is known to be slick, especially in changing weather conditions.
Rain and snow, that can affect a lot of the playing field for grass. It makes it a little bit looser, so in that way we have more slipping, and it can lead to injuries on that side as well.
Those risks are minimized thanks to the way this turf is layered. It allows for better drainage. Athletic trainers are also working with students to combat potential risk.
What we can do to help control some of those injuries that may happen is proper strengthening and making sure that those kids have the ability to plant and twist and move.
Reporting in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
I'm right across the way from where I said the cool kids sit, but let me tell you, every seat here has a great view. I want you to take a look at the parking over here, though. You can see parking lot D, B, and A. That lot C over there is still under construction, but it should be ready by the spring season. Now, parking is free. All you have to do is print a ticket like this. It'll be good for 1 hour before the event and 1 hour after an event. Now back to you, Melissa, in the studio.
All right, thanks, Marissa. A lot of people concerned about parking, so they've got you covered there. This new stadium means saying goodbye to Joe Albi Stadium, which was a mainstay for decades in Spokane. But that legacy won't be forgotten.
We wanted to have something carry forward from the past.
Coming up, how the new stadium will honor Joe Albi, a hero of Spokane sports. And remember this, the old Boone Street barn? Coming up, we'll take a look back at the other major changes at this intersection of Spokane sports and what else has risen up in its place. You're watching live coverage as we get ready for the first games in the new One Spokane Stadium. The cheerleaders from all 5 local high schools are ready, and we'll be right back.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Country Homes Power, Spokane's #1 source for quality hot tubs and swim spas, has truckloads arriving from the top American-made spa manufacturers just in time for the fair. Now is the time to reserve your new hot tub or swim spa. Get to Country Homes Power today.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Call Russell and Hill, attorneys at law, where real people with real injuries get real results. Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Get real results. Get Russell and Hill.
This is important information from AARP and BECU. Technology is a growing aspect of our lives, including helping us care for our loved ones. Virtual doctor's appointments, medical alert systems, and web-based tools to keep us connected from afar are important. But almost 70% of older adults don't feel that this technology is designed for them. The challenge is to familiarize ourselves with these tools and make sure new tech advancements support our well-being as we age. AARP and BECU can help. For tips, tools, and resources, visit this website.
We rent china, glassware, tents, and barbecues, flatware, linens, dance floor staging, tables, chairs.
A to Z rental, no job too big, no job too small.
Jackhammers, stem doors, washers, stump grinder saws, generators, skid steer, excavator, dingoes, trailers, tractors, nailers, staplers, hole diggers, tillers, mowers, yard vac, aerators.
Call A to Z rental at 509-924-2000 or go to rentatoz.com.
We rent everything, man.
Now open in Airway Heights.
At A to Z rental, we rent everything.
Live with Kelly and Mark, weekdays.
Time for a spin in the Wayback Machine. Do you remember this? This is the old Boone Street barn. This is what it looked like from our roof here at KXLY when crews tore down the old Spokane Coliseum to make room for the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. This time lapse shows the progress between 1993 and 1995. And it shows that this area just north of Riverfront Park has been a hotbed for sports and change in Spokane. The arena is now a mainstay of Spokane, and in recent years, the podium was built across Howard Street to house smaller indoor events and sports competitions. The new One Spokane Stadium across the street will fit right in. Building new often means saying goodbye to something else. In this case, it's the old Joe Albi Stadium, which has stood since 1950 in Northwest Spokane. After more than 7 decades, a new middle school now stands in its place. But Spokane Public Schools made sure Joe Albi's legacy will not be lost at the new stadium. Derek Dice explains what's being done to honor a man who did so much for sports in our city.
This is what Joe Albi Stadium looked like when it opened in 1950. In fact, it was called Memorial Stadium then and was renamed Joe Albi in 1962, shortly before the longtime civic leader's death. Over the decades, Joe Albi Stadium has hosted thousands of events, from Cougar football games to Greater Spokane League football and soccer games.
Welcome to Rock and Roll Time!
To unforgettable concerts like Monsters of Rock in 1988.
So many of our Spokane community have incredible memories of their experience in Joe Albi Stadium, and we don't want that to go away given that we have this brand new stadium. We wanted to have something carry forward from the past.
I'm standing on what used to be known as Dean Avenue, which runs between the stadium and the podium. But because of the efforts of the school board and the Spokane City Council, it'll now be known as Joe Albi Way.
We're really honored that process met with success, and that we will be able to, on September 30th, unveil the new Joe Albi Way, again, to honor the legacy and the history of Joe Albi and all that he did for the Spokane community.
But that's not all. The 600-pound Joe Fan statue, which sat in the old stadium since 1997, will have a new home in the walkway outside the new stadium in what will be known as Joe Albi Plaza.
We're going to relocate it in the plaza so people will walk by and see Joe Fan outside of the brand new stadium.
Jordan believes Albi would be proud of the new stadium and what it'll mean for our kids.
This will be a stadium that our high school students get to play in that is probably unlike any stadium on the West Coast. this is going to be a really special venue, and we're going to create new memories and new traditions with our students today and in the future.
And that future starts tomorrow. I'm Derek Dice, 4 News Now.
Well, we have moved inside here. We want to take a look at this new locker facilities that all 5 of the schools will be using when they're here playing games at the stadium here. As you can see, we got wood seating, places to put their bags, places to hang things, a nice state-of-the-art facility here. And take a look at this. We even got whiteboards for that halftime preparations and things. It'll be a great place for everyone to be. I'll send things back to you in the studio, Melissa.
Thanks, Natalie. And if you want to see great video on Twitter, Julian tweeted the Shadle girls seeing the locker room for the first time. They were really excited, so we're happy for them as well. We are less than 24 hours away now from seeing the first games at the new One Spokane Stadium in downtown Spokane. The Shadle Park girls soccer team will be the first local team to compete. Then the Wolfpack from North Central High School will play the first football game here. North Central gets to play their home games now in a stadium 3 blocks from where they go to school. We do have some things you want to know, though. The rules will be different than typical high school sporting events. Specifically, there's a clear bag policy in place. You can only bring in a clear bag or small clutch. We have the dimensions linked on our website. You can park for free at SPS events. Parking is available in those lots just north of the Spokane Arena. You do have to display a pass that you can get when you pull into the lots, or you can print them off before you head down. You cannot bring any outside food or drink. And if you bring in your own seat cushion, it can't have legs. There's a complete list of what you can and cannot bring into the stadium and a link to print out that parking pass. We have it all in one place on KXLY.com.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Mr. Casino Hotel in Chewelah is giving you a chance to win $45,000 to spend towards a new Chevy. Or you could win $35,000 cash. Your choice. Play your favorite games at Mr. Casino Hotel to earn entries. The more you play, the more chances you have to win. Join us Saturday, September 30th, starting at 6 p.m. for your chance to win. Learn more at MrQuad.com.
92.9 ZZU.
Save big this fall with Pape Machinery. With our limited time cash discounts, you can get a new John Deere 3025E for only $23,500. Stop by a Pape Machinery Ag and Turf store today. Pape keeps you moving.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a Turbo Max engine. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Celebrity Jeopardy is back.
Yeah!
Hosted by me, Ken Jennings.
All right.
Celebrities compete to win $1 million.
What is Nashville?
What is
Arctic?
What
is the incorrect answer to this question?
Celebrity Jeopardy, season premiere tonight on ABC.
Did you just buy a new home and don't have a lot of extra cash on hand for furniture? Or are you upsizing your home and need to fill it? Consign Furniture in Liberty Lake can help by saving you thousands on decorating your home. With over 60,000 square feet of inventory, we have a variety of unique, budget-friendly items that will add value while saving you a ton of money. And the best part? You don't have to overspend. Buy here and save up to 70% off retail with countless designer name brand options to choose from. Consign Furniture, the smart way to buy, easy way to sell.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
And what a sight just north of the river in downtown Spokane, a brand new stadium, the new home for football and soccer for Spokane's 5 public high schools, and the new home of brand new men's and women's professional soccer. Nearly 2 years after breaking ground, we are just about 21 hours from the first local teams taking the field.
That's right, Melissa. 4 o'clock tomorrow, Shadle Park girls soccer, followed by North Central football. It's exciting stuff. The cheerleaders are excited. You guys are excited, right? Listen, we've been waiting a long time for this to open up as well, because guess what? We got Friday Night Sports Extra coming up on Friday evening, so make sure to tune in after the games to tune in to see all the action.
And that action starts with soccer tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Shadle Park hosts the Greyhounds from Pullman. Following that, the first football game in the stadium's history, with North Central hosting Clarkston. Friday night, Shadle Park and Rogers football teams face off under the lights at 7 o'clock. And don't forget, you can check out the stadium this weekend too. Saturday at 10:30, the dedication of Joe Albee Way and Plaza. And stick around for a community open house from 11 to 1. We are excited for kickoff at this brand new stadium just across the street from our broadcast center. We hope to see you at a game or a concert in the future. Thanks so much for watching live coverage of the opening of One Spokane Stadium. We'll see you back here for Nightside.
Download the 4 News Now app today. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.